Please watch the entire video as I'm going to say something that can really change the entire game. And it's not even unrealistic. The pillars are already there. Star Stable just needs to build upon them. This update would change the entire game for the better. It would solve so many issues, as well as the racing system, and as well as keep grinding in Hollowwoods for the lights despite having unlocked all the nodes up to level 6 in the paths of Hollowwoods. My goal with this video is to reach Star Stable, so I would really appreciate it if you wouldn't mind sharing this video everywhere and tagging Star Stable. Dear Star Stable, ever since the new Hollowwoods update came out, my entire gameplay experience has changed. For the past 4 years, I have not been able to be on Star Stable for longer than 30 minutes. But yesterday, I grinded in Hollowwoods for over 6 hours straight. I even ended up maxing my new Great Dutch Warmblood, all by just grinding lights and exchanging garden powders for horse XP for the past few days. Dude, it is currently 1:30 a.m. in the morning, and I cannot get off this game. I've been grinding for the past 6 hours straight, and I just can't get off the game. Like, someone literally get me off this game and put me to sleep. I don't know what it is. This is so satisfying. Seeing how easier collecting the lights can get and leveling up your horse, but at the same time, how hard the puzzles can get, and collecting the runestones. Star Stable, what have you done to me? Thank you for listening to us and for finally focusing on gameplay. I have never seen this many players online on the East European servers where my main account is, not only in Hollowwoods, but even at Steve's farm. I really hope this abundance of player activity in the game is going to be enough proof for you to realize how much positive impact focusing on gameplay has on your company and player audience retention. And I hope that you will keep improving the gameplay and investing in it. The game finally feels like an MMORPG, and personally, I find it very reminiscent of Free Realms, my childhood game, which is why I feel like the new Hollowwoods has that old MMORPG vibe, which I absolutely love. The launch of Hollowwoods could be the start of something huge. Who would have thought that these old, nostalgic barren woods could turn into such a significant attraction point, almost like a magnet for the players? Who would have thought we would be running around for hours straight with something to do with a mission and a goal in these woods? And I can't believe I just said that. A mission, a goal in Star Stable. That is good news. This new area has changed the entire game, and it has so much potential just because there's so many branches it could go off of. Imagine if they did this with different areas, and they would use different themes that would change the game even more, and it would make it feel even more like an MMORPG. It would be a game that would no longer feel boring, but it would always offer you something to do, leaving you with a sense of purpose because of all the rewarding systems. I do have my concerns though, since the nodes are finite, and I'm wondering what is going to happen after we unlock all the 6 levels, and grinding is going to become boring and futile. So, I do have some suggestions that would probably and hopefully keep the grinding alive and entertaining, satisfying, and rewarding, even after level 6 is unlocked, because yes, I could grind lights and gain some horse XP, but it's not enough XP to give me the incentive to grind. It would be more efficient to just do races to train up my horses. Some ideas would be, what if you could exchange a light to make your horse happy? Or for the upcoming breeding system that has been under the work for almost a year now, what if you could use the light as currency to breed horses? Or what if you could exchange a number of lights for a powder, which would be like a power-up, and it would give your horse the ability to earn more horse XP from races than it normally does. Let's say a race gives you 350 horse XP. Well, once you have this powder and you apply it to your horse, you use it on your horse, it gives you 450 horse XP. And of course, this would only last for a limited amount of time. Or what if it could be able to exchange them for Jorvik shillings, or for clothing, or unlock decor and furniture for the upcoming home stable customization? Now, this is the idea that came to mind that I believe would change the entire game. I believe it will fix the racing system, which is a topic I have broached on my channel so many times, but never really came with concrete things that Star Stable could do. Whereas right now, I think Star Stable could add these things, and they could actually change not only the racing system, but it could make it so that we would have the incentive to go back to Hollowwoods and keep grinding for these lights, even after unlocking all the 6 levels and all the nodes. We would still have a reason to go back to Hollowwoods and grind these lights. And that is having the ability to customize your horse's stats for championships. Hear me out. What if when we would sign up for championships, we would have this user interface, just like we do now in Hollowwoods, with the 6 levels, with all the paths? What if we had a user interface like that, but just like in Mario Kart, where you get to pick your racer and your card combinations, which affects the different stats, like acceleration, handling, and traction? What if in the same way, we could be able to customize our racing style and racing skills? What if we could increase the speed, which is the swiftness in Star Stable, the agility, and the ability to take sharper turns, or have a head start when you start a championship? And since Star Stable likes to keep this magical feel in Star Stable,
What if we could get like a lighter attack, like a potion that makes your attack lighter, like your saddle lighter, and that helps you with sharper turns, or a faster start, because the horse doesn't carry so much weight anymore. Or what if we get these customized hooves, like a fire coming out of your hooves, and that would be speed. There is so much potential here. This will literally change the entire game. It would change the racing system, and it would make us want to go back to Hollowoods and grind for the lights. Because we would want to try out all the combinations, all the stats combinations to find our racing style, right? Because maybe someone likes to have a lot of swiftness, but that comes with the fact that you can no longer handle your horse as well, and you are at higher risk of hitting fences and getting stuck in things. Or maybe someone prefers not being so fast, but having more control over the horse. So they would much rather increase the ability to turn and handle the horse. Wouldn't it be so fun to be able to customize the stats of your horse and find your racing style? And I think with these stats and these power-ups for your horses, I think they should last at least 24 hours, because no one's gonna grind for lights just for one champ. And it would be really good if people would have the possibility to stack these abilities or these powders. These are just some of my ideas to keep the grinding alive and keep all the player activity online, because I have never seen this many people online. I don't know who I am anymore. I can't believe I spent so much time on Star Stable right now. I feel like I'm back to newbie Dennis when I just began playing Star Stable, and I feel like the world was endless. The opportunities in the game were endless. There was so much to do and so much to discover. I feel like that again. I don't know why the rewarding system feels so good. It's so addicting, which I don't know if it's a good thing, but Star Stable, there is so much potential. This is just the beginning. Please tell me this is just the beginning. If you were to implement this type of gameplay in each area, or in multiple areas with different themes, that would open so many opportunities and doors and branches to go off of. And lastly, these are some things I would love to see in Hollowoods, which are owls running over your head at night, and then squirrels running around, deer, thunderstorms and rain. And I know we already have squirrels, but I would like to see them updated, and also foxes and just running around. I would also like to see more cats and bunny recolors, like a brown tabby cat or a brown rabbit. We don't have those in the game. And just like natural coats. The ones that we have right now are just magical ones, and they're literally just magical horse coats put on pets, which I'm not a big fan of. One more thing that I think would look good would be fish in the water ponds, because they're so dead and there's nothing moving in there. So I think that would also be a really cool detail. But yeah, that's about it. And guys, don't forget to leave your suggestions down below as to what Star Stable could add into the game to keep the grinding alive. All I'm asking from you guys is to share this video and tag Star Stable. That is all I'm asking. And of course, if you don't mind, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. I would really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Till next time.